Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then shall the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and at his heels, leashed in like hounds, should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. But pardon, gentles all, the flat unraised spirits that have on this unworthy scaffold dared to bring forth so great an object. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? Or may we cram within this wooden O the very armies that did affright the air at Agincourt? Oh, pardon. And let us, ciphers, to this great account on your imaginary forces work. Suppose that within the girdle of these walls are now confined two mighty monarchies. Piece out our imperfections with your thoughts. Into 1,000 parts, divide one man and make imaginary puissance. Think, when we talk of horses, that you see them printing their proud hooves into the receiving earth. For 'tis your thoughts that now must deck our kings, carrying them here and there, jumping over times, turning the accomplishments of many years into an hourglass. For the which supply, admit me, chorus to this history, who, prologue-like, your humble patience pray gently to hear, kindly to judge our play. Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York, and all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled brow, and now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fight the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's bedchamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking-glass, I that am rudely stamped and want love's majesty to strut before some wanton ambling nymph, I that am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world scarce half made up. And that's so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt by them. Hey, gad! Why? I, in this weak, piping time of peace, have no delight to pass the time, unless to view my shadow in the sun and descant upon my deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover to entertain these fair, well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Why, I can smile and murder whiles I smile, and fret my cheeks with penitent tears, and frame my face to all occasions. I can play the orator as well as Nestor, deceive more slyly than Ulysses could, and like a synod take another Troy. I can add colors to the chameleon, change shapes with Proteus for advantages, and set the murderous Machiavel to school. I can do this, and I cannot set a crown? From this torment, I will free myself or hew my way out with a bloody axe. Beware, Clarence, thou keepest me from the light. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams, to set my brothers, Clarence and the king, the one against the other in deadly hatred. And if King Edward be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day shall Clarence be mewed up in the tower on a prophecy that says that C of Edward's heirs, the murderer shall be. Dive, thoughts, down to my soul. Here Clarence comes. Brother, good day. And what means this armed guard that waits upon your grace? Ah, 'tis not the king that sends you to the tower, Clarence. My Lady Grey, his wife, 'tis she. Thus it is when men are ruled by women. We are not safe, Clarence. We are not safe. Farewell, my brother. I do so love thee that shortly I will send thy soul to heaven.